we have a fun topic today.
Yes.
We played a report from Mo Rocca, CBS's Mo Rocca last hour, with a biogeochemist on what we track in to our homes
Ew.
if we continue to wear shoes. And it's, what you'd think. A lot of dirt, some
Dog feces.
doo-doo,
Yes.
and lead. There was lead found. And so the question, do you take your shoes off when you come inside? I'm guessing by your reaction, Jake, it's yes.
Yeah, I mean, I take my shoes off. It's not something I actually thought about until I got married. And my wife I walked in the house with, and this is how quickly marriage can change you, for the better sometimes. And I walked into the house and I had shoes on, and my wife was like, "What are you doing? That's disgusting." And I was like, yeah, you're right. I guess we're walking through, especially if you live in the city. I don't live in the city anymore, but if you live in the city, there's a lot of interesting things on the ground, and then you're just pulling those into your house.
Yeah.
And that's a frightening thought.
It's gross.
So I take them off.
Well,
Ursula.
I guess I'm going to be the
Oh,
rebel
no.
in the room.
No, you're not. No,
I'm
you're
with you.
Okay,
I'm with
sorry.
ya.
Okay, so first thing is for me personally, when I'm in my house, yeah, generally I have slippers. I will wear socks. But when I have an event or I have people come over, am I that person who says we have a shoes off policy or has a little sign on the wall? No. And so if
Why?
someone offers to take off shoes, great. If someone wants to wear their shoes, I'm okay. Because my goal is to make someone as comfortable as possible in my house.
Even if they're tracking feces
If they
all
have-
over your house.
If they have really muddy shoes, guess what? There's something called a mop.
But you could avoid the whole mopping.
I have a vacuum cleaner.
I know. There's a mop. Okay, how about this one? So recently I had a birthday event, and I'm also going to have a work party coming up. And so if I have 40 people, am I going to tell all 40 of them
Yeah.
to take off your shoes?
I would.
And then you're going in and out of the house? What are you doing? Wear barefoot in the backyard?
No, I definitely would tell people to take their shoes off.
Yeah.
Jake and I looked at each other when you said, am I going to ask people to take their shoes off? And
Yes.
it's like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, the answer to that is yes.
Because I can mop, I can clean afterward. I'm good. Now, if someone has really spiky heels or really dirty shoes, I may say, "Hey, do you mind?" And I will offer them socks. We have a couple of. I have different
Ew,
size
that's-
pairs of.
No. Offering your guests used socks?
No, not used.
No.
No, they're new.
Oh, okay.
They're
gift.
laundered socks.
You know what? I don't know if this makes me weird, but what I did is I went and picked up one of those boxes of like those little booties.
Booties.
You can put on your shoes.
what I'm
and I
talking about.
keep them by the door. Whenever anyone walks in, I point at those and I watch them. I say, "I'm going to watch you put those on your feet." No, I don't do the whole thing.
You put them on for them.
I bend down and I
Sit
say,
down.
"I'm putting these on you."
Sit
Now
down,
that's
you
service.
strap them.
Yeah.
So even after hearing all of these, from a biogeochemist and all of the gross stuff that gets tracked in you still think you can get it all with a mop and a vacuum?
Yeah. Have you heard what's on your phone? Have you heard what's in the bathroom? Have you heard? I mean, if
Okay.
I'm worried about every darn germ that I'm going to
fair.
encounter,
Tracking.
exactly, or track in, I've got a dog.
Okay, that changes things.
Yeah,
if you
so-
have an animal, do you become more of a shoes-on person? Because why not just, walk through the muck with your dog? Sorry, I had to get that
Again,
dig in.
for me, it's what is your comfort level when you're coming to my house? I mean, I will generally have shoes off or just socks on or slippers on, but I have been a guest in a house. It happened to be a relative, and her husband was very much a stickler about shoes off. And every once in a while, it's kind of inconvenient.
No, you're
especially
right.
if you're going in and out.
And you don't know if you're like wearing socks around company. Like maybe your sock has a hole in it. You don't know.
Or what if you've had, you've been sockless and you have really sweaty feet, and they go
Totally.
shoes off.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
This is
No,
starting
you're
to go
right.
into
I
like,
You're
avoid
right.
those
When people come over,
situations.
you don't want to be
Yes.
a bad host.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want
Sometimes
to.
my parents will come over, and my dad, he's old school. He just doesn't take his shoes off sometimes, and then I just
You
stare
look
at
at
him. I just watch him from across the room.
He's the only person who can get away with it.
But he's
for
my
you.
dad. What am I going to tell my dad what to do? No,
Or
of
what if
course
someone's
not.
dressed to the nines? The
Okay.
outfits all put together, and they've got the
Well, if
shoes
somebody
are part of
shows
the
up in my
outfit.
house in a tuxedo, then I'm okay with their wearing fancy shoes.
Ursula, you are tracking with one of our texters because our text line is just lit up with you two here.
Yep.
And it says, no, Colleen, Ursula is right. Shoes and boots can make or break an outfit.
That's right. I get it.
So it's all about the I will break your outfit if you come into my home. I will.
Okay.
You're taking your shoes off.
End of September. I told you guys having a all work party. My
This is
house.
the
I'm
this
gonna-
is
I'm
the
gonna do
first
a
time
little
hearing of
experiment.
this. My invite must have got lost in the mail.
It
That's
hasn't.
all right. I'm new.
Oh, stop it! Don't do that again.
No,
it
she's
hasn't
very
come out
sketchy
yet.
about these get-togethers.
Yes,
you just hear
exactly.
about it through word of mouth.
All right.
And if you don't, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I invited everybody.
Yeah.
Nope, it hasn't gone out yet, but I'm letting you know.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
expecting
Yes.
a concert too, because
Yes.
last time we had a get together with you,
Yes.
there was piano
True.
playing, there was singing,
Yes.
everybody was showing off their hidden talents.
Yes.
So high stakes for you, Jake. You got to show up with a
and,
hidden
is high
before
talent.
you
stakes.
start complaining, you weren't here.
I'm not going to complain, but I will say I am a nice guest. When I walk into your house, if there's a place for me to set my shoes, I will do it.
There is.
Okay, good.
We even have a bench.
Well, then I'll wear my fancy socks.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jake. We're gonna take our shoes off and be polite. Thank you, Jake Skorheim, Cairo Nights host. He's filling in for G on the G and Ursula.